I think it's more likely to go 5 than it is to go 3.
I think we're going to go 4.
Okay,
I'm just going to go 4.
Well,
5 said Weza, 4 says
just to be different, you know.
Just to be different, and as we suggested at the top of the show, and as we have suggested all the way through this competition, you'll see Iran from left to right in the black, the Bayern Munich kit. You'll see Japan from right to left in the Arsenal kit. And you will see in the early going, these two game plans just start to develop. Here's Trossard looking for that crossfield ball early. We've seen it so well against Mexico. There's Musiala to Sane. And interestingly, the point that we made during the group stage, Musiala tries to find the ball in. He's got players over if he can find them. And it's just scrambled wide.
And one thing to watch for as well, we saw Declan Rice and his impact. Where does Leva play Declan Rice?
Left side of the back.
There's a reason why he does that, so watch and just see how he presses out with him.
Ball into the box looking for delay. Goalkeeper punches it over.
What is that reason?
I think he wants to bring him in manually central. He wants to have that line back there.
Ball into the box looking for delay. It's a delay. Goal! Goal! And an opener for Iran inside 6 minutes. Iran take the lead in this best of 5 series in the grand final.
Well, no tactics is going to stop that. That is just, as I like to call it sometimes, the lottery. But there is more skill in it than it looks like there, right? And he beats him on the back post. It is Declan Rice that he does actually beat on the back post.
And you have to have the matchup right, though. It's not just putting the ball into the box. You have to have that mismatch. We saw it with Germany versus Serbia, and that cross going in it with Varane against Mainu. You saw it here in terms of the impact that you've just seen there. It's De Ligt. On Rob Holding, he's not a small defender. No. But when De Ligt gets a jump, it's on. And as you'll now see, now plan A is going to be completely out the window, as we say so often.
It's a dream start, really, isn't it? It's an absolute dream start. For Iran.
Just 6 minutes was what Iran needed.
That's all it took to unlock the door of Japan. Here is Martin Ødegaard, though, looking to try and lead it forward, but instead it's going to be Bayern Munich coming back the other way. And a word to the wise as well. We heard this a lot from players throughout this competition. Iran will do things you have never seen done before. And we certainly saw that in the game with the Choupo-Moting pirouette to Wana. We'll see it again, I am no doubt, through this competition and through this series. Here's Jesus back to Timber. Here's Lokonga in towards Partey. Defensive line brought up by Iran there. Here's Havertz. And you'll see there, just crunch the line between defence and midfield. It doesn't allow Japan to get any play going forward as Lima looks to get forward. And he's read the bad touch there as Leroy Sane in towards Musiala. Double touch by Musiala in towards Sane. Sane stunning strike. It's hit a defender. Partey has scrambled it clear, but the goalkeeper has not kept it alive and not taken it into his grasp. Instead, Partey will clear.
It's interesting to see that Iran keeps pushing. He didn't withdraw his team.
He's not comfortable with just one goal. He will want more goals, will Hassan Pajani. We know that of him as an individual. We know that as a capability of a player. We know he has got it in the locker to damage and dismantle a team at his own will. And sometimes, as we've heard from some of the players, the only person that will beat Hassan is Hassan. It will just be whether he beats himself here.
But he overlapped the West.
Jesus onside, finds it to Havertz. Havertz straight away for goal! Brilliant. I was about to say brilliant strike, but brilliant commentary as well. Brilliant strike there from Havertz. Again, finding that loose man that he'd found so well against Mexico. Found that loose ball, but Sane coming back the other way quickly. It was, as you said, finding that overlapping run, finding that ball. And it's just going to keep finding it. If you can find Havertz on the overlap, it's going to cause problems for Iran. It will be something they need to game plan against. Here's Sane, though, deflected into the air by Ødegaard. Here's Declan Rice to Trossard. Trossard looking down the line. And
serious maturity there as well, Wes, to come back after getting rocked in the first, 5-6 minutes. Didn't panic, got one chance, and absolutely stunning shot, buried it into the top of the net.
Looking at Lever, he's very much an old head on young shoulders. He's only 23. So only a baby in the eyes of an eFootball competition, eFootball eSports. It's only a baby, as we would normally say.
And these guys do not miss. If they have a clear chance, that is for sure a goal.
Yeah, they need to take it. They need to be Terminators here. Sane, great ball across to Lima. And Gabriel gets across. It's corner ball.
Yeah, Hassan would want that one back. He knows that that's more than a half chance there if he just controls that and takes the first touch.
Absolutely, it will be. Here's Kimmich looking to drill that one into the box. Looking for Vidovic to the back post, and it's cleared away. Who will get there first? It will be Leroy Sane. Sane turns and dribbles away from Ødegaard. Lema back into
magic.
Sane. Looking to turn back and in field. Leroy Sane, neat turn. Gets caught in possession though by Gabriel. It may have looked pretty, but Lema gets back on Ødegaard. Here's Lema.
Did Hassan was born in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil?
I tell you, you may have to ask him whether he's got some South American roots in there, because he's got a flavour for flair. We know that much. Here is Trossard though. Will that be given as a foul? It won't be. Upamecano clears it only as far as Ødegaard. And Japan are coming back the other way here, and here's Kimmich. Sane forward, looking in towards Vidovic, and header clear once more. Here's Kai Havertz. Havertz into Lokonga. Here's Lema.
And now we're entering the chess phase of the game.
Yeah,
absolutely.
teasing each other out and testing each other out.
Musiala to Tell across to Leroy Sane. Sane in towards Musiala, who is onside, but Partey will clear, and Japan will lead this away. Again, if you are just joining us, it is a best-of-5 series in the grand final of the World Esports Championships here in Iași in Romania. It is Japan versus Iran. It is Japan from right to left, and it is Iran from left to right. Here is Martin Ødegaard. Ødegaard looking to try and probe and prod, and it will look to go cross-field here.
Ball, actually.
It's a dangerous ball. The goalkeeper can't come for it. Davies will have to play back to Manuel Neuer. Neuer will not get challenged down on this occasion. Here's Pavard to Upamecano. Upamecano up towards Tell's header, finds Musiala. Musiala to Pavard. Pavard to Musiala. Musiala, can he find the way down the line? He can. He finds Leroy Sane. He's looking for the overlapping run. He's got players in the middle. Should he use it? Sane in towards Tell. Tell in towards Vidovic. Vidovic with the strike. It was early enough that it shook the defence, but it wasn't enough to find its way through. And it'll find its way through for a quarter ball.
Yeah, it's that battle between Rice and Sane out there is very intriguing, to say the least.
Absolutely is. Kimmich looking for the ball into the box, and Ramsdale comes out and claims it. It's 2 minutes of stoppage time here.
And it's an excellent job by Iran, how he covers the ball.
It is, and in terms of credit across the other side of the field, for Japan, they've done well to steady the ship. They've done well. They had an early goal. They could have easily been shook out of their game plan, and instead, they've just stuck to their guns.
Yeah, I mean, they've done everything that they wanted to do to get back into this one. I mean, a dream start, but other than the corner kick goal, like, he hasn't really threatened, I don't think, compared to Japan. One chance for Japan and he scored it.
Yeah, and that's the clinical nature that these two individuals are going to have. They're only going to have maybe one, maybe two premium opportunities a game. And by premium, we say, is that, as Faria has always said, about 100% opportunities. They will want those opportunities to come by, and they will want them to come by quick so they can take advantage of them. Here is Musiala.
It's just, what you just need to do is wait.
Patience is an absolute virtue. Musiala, Vidovic in towards Tell. That patience might just pay off. A little bit of luck there. Vidovic gets it, and it is well defended by Japan. Here's Trossard and towards Ødegaard. And there is a foul given. And
a bit physical out there, isn't it?
Not only is it the gold medal and silver medal match, as it were, there is the small price of $6,000 for the runner-up. It is $10,000 for the victor here.
So we know who's paying the bill tonight.
certainly. We will we'll certainly take the look and see whether they may or may not give us maybe a
some Michi.
I had some.
Yeah, it was very nice.
Some Michi. Thank you very much to my friend Ang. We tried some Romanian food.
Yeah, it was lovely.
Mulțumesc.
Yeah, they may just want to follow you up on that afterwards. Well, mind you, saying that, if they end up losing the series, they may not necessarily want to do anything up to this point.
Here is 3 wins needed as well for anyone joining. It is 3 wins needed, so
best of 5.
Best of 5 for anyone that is tuning in to the final.
Yeah, we can see there is a whole heap of support in the Twitch chat and in the YouTube chat for Iran. There is a fandom within the Middle East that is to be heavily respected, especially with Iranians. They follow their countrymen far and wide. Here is Kimmich. Kimmich forward to Tell. Here is Sane. Sane looking for Musiala. Can he give him something to cheer out? He can't. Instead, he gives them an offside flag.
And what's the chat saying with predictions? Is Japan getting some love? I know it's late over there.
They are getting some love in the chat, but it is a heavily outnumbered chat by Iran. So it's very much a giant support for them.
I think we must go to Tehran sometime to see one of these tournaments.
Yeah, it may just be.
We're always up for it.
Yeah. You let us know where it is and we'll join you for it.
Of course.
Here is Timber to Havertz. Havertz in towards Lokonga, in towards Gabriel Jesus. Jesus round to Trossard. Trossard Can he find the man in the middle? Or will he not start to pirouette? It's a little bit of a move, and it's Trossard. He used the same move that Iran used to great effect.
Look at the smile. Look at the smile on Leva there. He knows that's an inch or two, and it's definitely a goal if he gets that shot off.
He pays with the same coin.
He certainly does. Here's Trossard looking for a ball into the box, looking for Rob holding at the back post. It's gone and deflected over them, and here's Lima forward, and
take it out.
It's going to be taken out of play.
Remember that this game cannot end in a draw.
Yeah, we will need to see extra time and potentially penalties if it is a draw. We saw how dramatic extra time was between Spain and Mexico. Just imagine whether it would be just as dramatic here.
Yes.
Ball goes in towards Ødegaard, back towards Lokonga. It's headed clear by Pavard, who is Musiala. Musiala forward, finds Leroy Sané. Sané in towards Partey. It's Trossard, Jesus looking forward. It's cleared away by Davis. Here is Gabriel Jesus. Jesus in towards Havertz. Havertz has got players over. Great eyes from Yubari, and unfortunately can't find the pass. And Vidovic will instead lead it away. And it'll be Iran's turn to whether they can find the overlapping ball here as Vidovic. He takes a little bit too long, and Jesus wins it back. Trossard, you can see the green shirts flooding forward now. Jesus, goalkeeper's out. And it's slowly going to drift clear into safety. But those types of opportunities, especially with Manuel Neuer, can go absolutely anywhere.
And as you said, we will see the Iranian player doing things that nobody does.
Absolutely.
Well, it's the first time we see a goal is so far away.
And he may not have to wait too much longer to see that goal again. As you said, ball is acrobatically cleared. Here is Leroy Sané. Sané looking forward to Vidovic. Timber intercepts, finds Davis. Davis to Vidovic. Partey intercepts it once more. Here is Timber. Timber down the line, looking for Havertz, but Davis will intercept, and can Iran do something here? They can't on this occasion. And you've got to think, guys, with 15 in-game minutes left to go here, roughly, what would you do if you're either player here?
I think it's just the subs now here.
Yeah, and I don't know, in terms of game plan, what would you change, or would you just stick with what you know for you?
I will go for the penalty shootout.
You go for the penalties. You go for the penalties. That's commendable.
You hate penalties.
That is commendable. That is commendable.
But I have Dibu Martinez, so.
Yeah, I was going to say it's always a handy person to have as Trossard looks to play it forward. Havertz won the overlap. He's got players there if he needs him. And Lima and Arsenal have they had it momentarily to the advantage. It's gone back the other way for Iran. It's in towards Tel. Tel, can he get the strike away? It's deflected into the hands of Ramsdale.
Ricochet.
And at the corners of our headsets, we can hear the players who've assembled in front of us with bated eyes and breath as they are looking for all of the action that is going on here. I think I can see the right arm of a French representative just leaning forward in his chair as he's looking to engross himself in this game. And as such, it just goes to show you, when the World Esports Championships is on, everybody's attention is here.
Yeah, everyone's watching. Everyone wants to see who wins this one. It's been a hell of a tournament.
It's been a great tournament to have here. Again, it came through, what, 107 nations. It got whittled down to 64 for the knockout. It got whittled down to 32, then to 16, then to 8, and then we ended up with our final 4.
And watch how quick they go through the tactics. This is something we touched on a lot. They don't want to give any chance to their opponent, not just for this game, but for future games as well. What's he doing on 70 minutes?
Yep.
And that might seem really over, I suppose, complicated, but that is the measures that they go to. They're like, what did he do at level, you know, at minute 70 or 75?
Yeah. There are some players who hide it using the help menus and things like that. There's so much little gamesmanship. You see Wana in and to Tel. Tel's onside. Iran are in, and it's scored! Iran have the lead. They broke that deadlock with 1-1. They have broke it to get it to 2-1, and it all came from the substitutes. Those little tiny changes that you saw. It's the man with the white gloves. It's Wana. It's that, as I said, snooker referee. He finds his way through, plays it into Tel. Tel sweeps it home. It's 2-1 with what, just under 15 in-game minutes left to go here. And as we can no doubt see here, chats have exploded left and right.
Now.
They are very much happy to see that goal go in. And as such, we are now potentially looking at 10 minutes, give or take, left on the clock. And all of a sudden these micro changes all come in again, and it's all part of the game plan. As we said,
what could you do now if you were in the Japan's shoes?
you're going to have to go for it. In this instance, because as you said, best of 5, you've got some games to play with, go for it. Or use it as a fact-finding mission. Try and go for it.
Agree.
And again, if you're Iran, absolutely do what you're doing here. Yes, you are battening down the hatches. Yes, you're trying to secure the victory. But that's what you need to do in these instances. I think sometimes there are e-footballers out there that kind of see it as a negative to maybe change your formation and try and park the bus, as it were. But it's what's effective, and it's what gets you over the line at these tournaments. You know, because as much as we can sit there and say, well, you know, it's got really good gameplay, you've got to have some managerial nous almost. You've got to have some ideas.
Yes, and this formation is 1-9-1.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's basically what he's playing.
Yeah, but he's built the wall. He has built the wall, and it's now Japan's job to try and tear through it and get a goal. Because again, with what you're talking, what 10, little under 10 in-game minutes left, he's got to find something.
There will be a chance, though.
There will be one. I think you can always say there'll always be one more big chance in e-football. Here's Vieira down the line, looking to Jesus. Jesus looking to find a way in. Here is Japan, and the door is closed. Which way has it gone? It's gone for a corner. Great eyes for Rita. Let's see what happens here. Ball into the box, looking for Rob Holding's header. It's drilled across. Is Balogun, though, to try and recover it for Japan. Balogun. It's given away to Choupo-Moting. It's a good step out, but Tell is there free. He's just trying to head it forward, as we said before. As long as you keep the ball in play, it doesn't matter where it goes in terms of territory. So long as it is on the field, the clock will keep ticking. Here's Balogun trying to win the header, and Japan will try and right that wrong. And instead, it's a big hoof clear by Goretzka. Yeah, exactly from Farita's standpoint. It's almost like he's coaching Iran at this point, telling him to clear it at will. With Balogun, though, who's Smith Rowe, back to Balogun. Balogun, across the way. Vieira looking to dink that one in towards Jesus. Go get a foot there, though. And there is 4 added minutes here. There's a lot of time there, though. If the ball can be recovered by Japan, there's a lot of time there to play with. We just saw it a second ago. The Arsenal style with Choupo-Moting looking to potentially head for the corner here, but he's lost the ball. Vieira will recover it. He's got it down to Jesus early.
Foul him, I think he's going to do.
It's going to have to be a technical or a foul, maybe. But it's through there. Smith Rowe in towards Nketiah. It's a great defensive challenge from Pavard. Nabry will take the ball away, and Iran take game 1.
That's a brilliant tackle there, and Levin knows that that's a half chance, if not more than a half chance.
And what a good challenge that was, right at the death. He got Iran over the line. That is what is needed at this level. It doesn't have to be pretty. No, it just needs to be effective. That's all it needs to be.
What an opener, though, lads. I mean, if this is how it's going to shape up for the rest of it, I mean, what a cracking game to open that. I think as well that Hassan, have we seen him be put under that much pressure yet in the tournament? He did look under pressure for a large portions of the game, but he still showed his mettle there, and that's why he has been one of the best players that has been in this tournament. He seems to have everything, doesn't he? He seems to have everything.
He's got a tool for every job that is required. And just as we saw some of those camera shots there, you saw a couple of the representatives from countries that have been knocked out. Most notably there, Mednasa. He called this final to me, I think it was day 1. Walked up to me and said, Iran-Japan final. That's what it'll be.
There is the Mexican man.
You know, Mystic Med may have just struck, but as we look at the tail of the tape from game 1, there really wasn't a lot to separate them.
Look at that.
The shots on target and the shots taken, certainly, in terms of passes and ball retention, it's very, very similar.
Yes. But the shots show a difference.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
It's more than the double. I mean, the quantity is small.
Yeah.
But if we see it like in perspective, it's more than double.
Yeah. But I mean, they both got one good, solid chance, and they both scored it. So there's nothing really that you can do if you're Leva there. Just keep ticking away, doing what you're doing. And then also for Hassan, is he going to be able to depend as this tournament goes on, as this final goes on? Is he going to be dependent on those set pieces? Because he does have that power with Bayern. He has that power. He has all those players with the player skills, heading, aerial superiority, all of these that give him the edge that are just able to blow other players away.
And the thing is as well, he has experience of winning this competition already. So he's already got that there. He knows what it's like to be on main stage. He knows that feeling.
2019.
Yeah.
2019 indeed was a great year for Hassan Pajani. He's back here again representing Iran.
So this is best of 5. Whoever wins 3 matches first keeps the gold medal.
That is it. That is all that is on the line here. First and second place as Lema looks to recover it for Iran. Here's Vidovic. Timber clears it away. Lokonga. Lokonga forward. What can Lokonga do here? And it's Kimmich instead. Taken away. Here's Lema. Lema to Musiala. Musiala, nice dummy there just to throw Odegaard off the scent. Tell looking for Sane, and Declan Rice comes out. It's nice to have a ball-playing centre-back there.
That's why he's there.
It's nice, really nice to have a ball-playing centre. Odegaard, brilliant ball through the line here. Finds Kai Havertz looking back for Lokonga, but Kimmich will take it away. Here is Vidovic. Forward to Tell, and Iran are on the attack. Nice double touch there just to kind of open the passing lanes, but Partey will close them very quickly, and Japan will look to try and drive forward. Here's Kai Havertz. Havertz in towards Lokonga again, but Davis will take it clear, and Lokonga's out of position here. If Iran can maybe just get this ball on the deck and just play it about a little bit more. But instead, Declan Rice is charged forward from centre-back, and Trossard just loses his kind of placement there. I think it was a super cancel just to try and get the run.
Yeah, he tried to super cancel into the run.
He just kind of forgot where he was. There's Pavard.
If you just tuned in, we are watching the final between Iran and Japan. This is best of 5. It's Iran who won the first one. It's Iran with the Bayern Munich with the black shirts. It's Japan with the Arsenal with the green shirts.
And if you didn't catch the third place playoff, where were you? You missed all of the drama between Mexico and Spain. Mexico walking away the victor there, and they take third place here at the World Esports Championships. Here is Martin Odegaard, and Japan are looking to try and write a little bit of history for themselves. They've won a free kick in some very, very prime real estate in terms of getting the ball into the box.
It's a chance. I mean, it is a chance from nothing, really. I don't know what the ref saw there. He saw something I didn't.
It was a brief stumble is what we saw. Martin Odegaard, is he going to go for goal? No, he's not. He's played across the box. One from the training ground. Nearly found Jesus.
That was class.
A good one.
Yeah.
Very good one. He's used the kind of setting your trajectory to fool Hassan Pajani there, and it kind of froze everybody just a little bit, and Jesus was live to it. He just couldn't get on the end of it.
Just a step behind, wasn't he? That was it.
It was 15 minutes gone here. It is 0-0 in game 2. As we said, game 2, the most, I would say, in a best of 5, it's the most important game, because you're either going to give yourself the opportunity to go 2 games ahead and really put yourself on match point, or you're going to give yourself an avenue back into the series and take it and make it 1-1. Here is Kai Havertz on towards Martin Odegaard. Odegaard looking for a ball through the line up at Meccano, takes it clear. Here is Leroy Sane. Sane in towards Musiala, headed on to Lema. Lema in towards Vidovic. Vidovic looking in field there. Timber will clear it away. Here's Havertz. Jesus.
And now the obligation is on Japan's side, but is Iran the one who deals the cards in this game?
Yeah,
I
he's
think
playing
so.
from a position of power now, because he's got one in the bank. You know, he can, I won't say afford to lose one, but he definitely wanted to get that first one out of the way, to get that first win.
And it's certainly a psychological hit as Musiala may do some more damage. Sane with the strike on the ball!
Mamadera.
As you can hear from my co-commentators and myself, we react as fans because it is that enthralling.
We forget ourselves,
We
Wes.
do forget it. We do forget it. We certainly do. We react as football fans. There's a wonderful strike there that just cannoned off the crossbar. You can see what he was lining up there with Leroy Sane. As the ball looks to go forward here. Rob Holding takes it away. Here is Timber. Havertz with a header. Finds it down to Odegaard. Davis will intercept it once more. Davis forward. Looks to Leroy Sane. Sane in towards Tell. Tell to Sane. Sane looking for the stunning pass. Finds it into Lema. Lema looking for players to come back onside there. It's Tell who was coming back onside. Here is Leroy Sane. Lokonga challenges, nothing given, and Arsenal throw.
He builds every play.
Yeah.
If he's not
He's so patient.
100% happy, he starts all over again.
Yeah,
he
he
has no
recycles
problem.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's that patience you need. If the players aren't exactly where you want them to be, you go back and you rebuild. You don't always have to go forward. You can always take a dribble and try and find an avenue out. As Upamecano wins it back. Here's Lema in midfield, and you can see just trying to get it forward into that front 3 as quickly as possible. Musiala in towards Sane. Sane looks to get it across to Musiala. Holding, drills it out, and it is a corner. 35 in-game minutes gone here. Iran with the corner. They have got 1 game up at the moment. Here is Sane. Delivering towards the back post, looking for Vidovic's header. It's flicked away, only as far as Alphonso Davis. Davis to Delit. Delit to Davis. Davis looking into the box here. Stunning cross maybe. Super cancels out of it. Finds Lima. Davis. Muisiala. Davis. It's moving around here. Kimmich in towards Vidovic. Vidovic looking for Sane, who looked to strike, and Rice comes away with it. And now the counter-attack could be on here for Japan. Here's Ødegaard. Trossard. What can Trossard get done here? Finds it into Jesus. Jesus in towards Ødegaard. Ødegaard, can he find help? He can. Finds a brilliant ball into Jesus. Cleared away by Delit. Here's a corner ball to Arsenal.
Scintillating counter-attack there, and he just was that miss pass away from getting a brilliant chance on goal there.
Yeah, it's a big opportunity there, and it took the Dutch foot of Matthias de Ligt to take it away. Here's Gabriel with the flick on. Keeper's out of his box, or out of his goal, should I say. Such is the freneticness of our commentary. We sometimes lose our minds as to where this ball and where these players actually are.
Manuel Neuer is crazy today.
It's that offensive goalkeeper trait. I will tell people no more about that offensive goalkeeper trait. It causes chaos. As Havertz looks infield and looks to find Jesus. He's got it away there. He's prodded it in towards Ødegaard, but De Ligt again gets back the other side, and it will kind of drift through here.
Each pass is so millimetric, you know.
It is. Goalkeeper's out. Get it! Goalkeeper's out once more. I told you. And then Trossard will recover the ball. Ødegaard. Havertz! Oh, what a save!
Wow.
Manual save there. No time for the corner. And it will be going in at the half at 0-0.
Yeah, and where are the ones that criticized Neuer? Where are the ones?
Manuel Neuer, I think, wants to be seen by as many people as possible on this stream, because he is doing some crazy things here.
I know we said Iran do things that we've never seen before, but I think Manuel Neuer is doing things that we've never seen before. Here's Tell, Sane, and we get the kick-off here from Pavard. It's cleared away once more. Here's Havertz. Can we get a goal in this half, or will it be all the way through to 0-0? I would suggest it's probably not going to end 0-0.
No,
Here is Havertz.
It's too open.
Is he baiting with the keeper?
The potential that could be a ploy, maybe, but it's a very risky ploy. Here is Lokonga. Lokonga to Partey. Partey to Lokonga. Lokonga looking in towards Trossard.
Brilliant defender.
It's headed back and away and into the goalkeeper's hands. Here is Manuel Neuer. Certainly wants to be seen and heard on this live stream, as Barry has suggested.
I don't think Hassan is even controlling Neuer. He's just doing his own thing. He's just doing his own thing.
It's such a risk as well. Here is Trossard. Trossard, what can he do? But don't forget as well, the substitute goalkeeper for Bayern Munich before the transfers kicked in would have been Jan Sommer. Of course, he's now transferred away, which has caused certainly a bit of a problem with goalkeepers at Bayern Munich at the moment, and that is why you're left with Manuel Neuer in this instance, because he's the best rated goalkeeper they have, but he's also the most offensive goalkeeper they have. Here is Joshua Kimmich. Tell to Vidovic. Vidovic, slide rule pass to Tell. Trying to get away from Rob Holding. Timber will recover, but you can see the black shirts just swarm around Timber.
That's so precise.
It was very precise indeed.
Thin.
Yeah, the margins for error have never been thinner and never been greater of a risk and reward in the final of the World Esports Championships here. As we said, it would be hotly contested. It would be very close indeed between these two teams, as Jesus looks to try and play a ball forward and bounce off the back of Davis. I think Jesus may have been offside on an occasion, but we'll never know.
Marginally, yeah.
Here is Declan Rice. Ødegaard forward to Jesus. He's got players over if he can use them. Jesus looking to roll it in, and it's off the feet of Upamecano. It's cleared away once more. As you can tell, pardon the pun, you can see that they're just trying to bypass that midfield, and they're just trying to keep it out of harm's way of those DMFs. They are so important.
The ball flies over the middle.
It's absolutely air raid football. As Ødegaard plays it in, it's cannoned off at De Ligt, goes back to Neuer.
Japanese player smiling.
Yeah, he knows he's doing the right thing. He just needs one of those breaks to actually go his way.
Everybody gets one, as the saying goes. Everybody will get one, and there will be one more big opportunity, I would say, in this game. It's just a case of who it falls to and whether they can take it by the scruff of the neck, as Lema tries to win the header. Partey wins it. Japan looking forward. Trossard, Jesus, Ødegaard to Lokonga. Where is he going to go here? He's back-heeled it to Ødegaard. He's got to rebuild here. Neat passing there from Japan. Trossard will try and win that back. Ødegaard will. Trossard, Havertz. What's he going to do here? He's found it in towards Trossard. Trossard staying strong. Upamecano's just that bit stronger. As we said, physicality in uniform stats mode is always the premium stat to look for. Tell into Kimmich. Kimmich back to Tell. Tell to Sane. Sane, can he find a strike here? What is he going to do? He can't turn in field. And Party will clear it. Here is Havertz, and you see there Japan as well. If you're looking at the radar on the bottom of your screen, he's struggling to get that man over. He's struggling to get that overload here.
He is. He is struggling, but when he does find it, he's just that one pass away. So I was just about to say, subs might actually bring in a bit of freshness there.
Yeah.
And just to spread it out a little bit, because Hassan looks happy enough defending that.
Yeah, you've got to do something to rattle Hassan Pajani. You've got to do something to rattle Iran. And again, looking at the way the formations are set up, it's very narrow. It's very through the middle. It's not really lending itself. Yes, there's Jesus out there, and yes, there's Trossard out there, and they're certainly moving these guys about. But in the reality, as you said, it's one thing putting your players out there to be wide, but it's a different thing actually using them in wide positions.
Exactly. And that's probably what Japan are looking for here, just one chance. We will have chances yet.
And we saw the effect that substitutes had in the previous game. Tell scored off of, well, it was a throw. It was a throw-in, but it wasn't in this part of town, as it were. Here's Choupo-Moting trying to win the header. It's Jorginho, though. Japan, can they profit? Jorginho in towards Jesus. Jesus, can Japan find a way in? Looking for Vieira. Upamecano wins the header, and that's where that physicality comes in. Bayern Munich have it in spades in terms of their spine. We've mentioned it countless times in terms of their units that they have to work with. Guerrero wins the header. Choupo-Moting finds it to Tell. Tell's got away from his defender. It's Tell. Goes for the swimming stroke. What's a block? What's a block? It's got in! It's got in! It's Tell! How has that gone in? I need a replay. How has that gone in?
Oh, man. That is cruel, I think, for Japan there. He looked to have done everything right. What a block.
What a block. But what was the...
I don't know. I actually don't know.
I need the replay.
Yeah, we need to see it again.
I need the replay because I couldn't quite
Was it a
follow
bounce? Did a bounce take it over the keeper's hand?
Let's have a look. It goes to Choupo-Moting. It goes to Tell. It was a brilliant block from Gabriel. And then out of nowhere, it bounces to Werner.
Oh, he got a touch on it.
He got a touch on it.
He got an extra touch on it.
And again, that's one of those at home. If you're playing on your couch at home, you're just spamming the shoot button and hoping something happens. Yes. And for him and for Iran, they go 1-0 up here, and it's just as we said. Yeah. After the restart, after subs, it's changing the game.
Yeah, that's the gamble you take.
Sometimes, if you risk, you may get a prize, and that is what Iran is getting in this match. So, if this ends like this, what a difficult third match for Japan.
I think it's a difficult match for Japan, regardless, but certainly being 2-0 down potentially. If you go in 2 down against a player like Iran, and for Iran to win 3 in a row, it would have to be an incredible, kind of incredible play. But from what we've seen from Iran, they make the incredible just very normal. Like they make it normal. So from Hassan Pajani's standpoint, he's got the lead. As you can see from his game plan, he's going back to that tactic of just build the wall. Let's build the wall and snuff it out.
Yeah,
that's all we've got to do.
He's right to do this, man. He doesn't, he has to. He wants to close out the game here. That's what he wants. He doesn't care how he's going to set up his defense. He just wants to close out his game and say, well, listen, if you're going to throw everything at me, I'm just going to build a wall, as Wes said there, and come at me and see what happens. I've got my goal. I can sit back. Will it be enough for Ida? Will there be another spin to this? We will see. But it's dream stuff.
Is that Japan has just swapped his wings, but he's still very central.
Yeah.
He's not playing a wide game.
Yeah, he's certainly not. And that is almost his downfall here, is that, yes, you can stick to your game plan. I absolutely agree. You can stick to your game plan. You can stick and have faith in it, as Smith Rowe looks to play it forward. Smith Rowe into the box. Balogun! Oh, what a chance! What a chance!
Yeah, he will drink
the goal was begging. The goal was begging to be hit.
A minute 83.
83 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, this
7 minutes.
Would
that was the chance.
That was it.
Yeah.
That was the big chance. That was the big chance. He beat the offline.
That
offside.
was the answer of what we were saying. He's very central. Okay, look how central I am.
Yeah.
Go to the 9.
Absolutely, and that's the thing. You can be brave. You can be committed to your own play style. I take that point on board. But the problem there is that you also run the risk of running into a player that can overwhelm you, and that is what Japan have ran into here. They ran into a player that, yes, can get a goal and then can snuff it out.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what he's done. I mean, he's
because it's so difficult. And this is not, this is an intriguing game for 1-0 as it ticks over to the 88th minute. The reason why there's so much intrigue is it's been so equal throughout the game. It's just been that moment after the restart, after the substitutions have come in, that's where the game gets changed.
And Iran keeps attacking. He says, gimme, gimme, gimme the ball.
Yeah, he certainly is, and he's not going to let it go too cheaply, although he has let it go there. Smith Rowe, Nketiah, Vieira looking through the line. Delit gets a foot to it, and that will surely be that.
That's it.
For Iran. If it goes across halfway, had to go, and there it is. 2 games up. It is now match point for Iran in the World Esports Championships final.
And I need to ask to you guys, is this a surprise?
Well, it's a surprise for me as to how close the games have been, because if you'd have listened to, again, delegates, players around the venue, you ask them, who would you favour? And it's always been Iran and Japan. And when this broke out into the final, when you then re-ask them, they go, it's going to be Iran, and he'll maybe have an easier time. It's like he absolutely hasn't had an easier time.
And a lot of people
this has been a
saying
very difficult time.
It will be Japan as well.
Yeah, and there's been quite a few that have said, as I said at the time, keep your eyes on Japan. And it has been an incredibly difficult game for Hassan Bajani, as I'm sure he will concede. If he does go on to win this 3-0, it won't, as much as we saw in the last game where we were talking about, a game finishing 3-0 or a series ending 3-0, it doesn't really tell the story. And look how close it is again.
But look at the interceptions,
The interceptions,
lads. That's the big thing there. I mean,
massive.
That tells all you need to know there. That Leva, I actually felt Leva actually looked very dominant in large portions of that. But Hassan is just, as I said, I don't see any weakness in his game. I actually don't see any weakness at all.
And he got the one thing in there that Leva has not had yet, which is a big slice of luck.
Yeah, he got a break. He got a lucky break.
He got a break, but he made the most of that break. Yes, it's one thing getting lucky, but it's a very different thing actually capitalising on it.
You make your own luck.
The weakest link in Iran's game may be the keeper.
Well, yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, that's probably it. You're right.
But looking at how Neuer is, certainly he keeps bringing him. Well, it's not necessarily maybe him bringing him out. It may just be, like we said, because
his
of that offensive,
his
player ID and the offensive goalkeeper tray. He's just going to come flying out of goal.
So we have match point for Iran. Match point. If Hassan wins this game, he will be the champion of this IESF edition.
And we're off and running here. Lima.
Same team, same shirts.
Same team, same shirts.
Iran with the black
Potentially
shirt.
same outcome. Vidovic forward and
Japan
ball is
with
cleared
the
away.
green one.
Again, it is Japan from right to left. It is Iran from left to right. Here is Trossard for Japan. Jesus just can't get that ball. Once he takes that turn, he can't get the ball out. Here's Vidovic. Lima. Vidovic in towards Musiala. Gabriel will get a foot in and will clear that one away. Only as far as Joshua Kimmich. Again, it's that recovery of the ball with Iran. It's like a swarm, as we see here. Musiala back towards Sane. Sane in towards Lima. Partey will get it cleared away. Here's Trossard. Trossard. There's Kimmich. Musiala. Down to Sane. Sane infield. What can he conjure up here? Not a lot as it goes. Here's Odegaard. Partey. Grossed in this game.
Yeah, it's very intriguing.
As we see Jesus looking for helpers and those around him, and he can't quite find help there. Here's Tell.
So remember, this is match point for Iran. This is the final. We will have a champion today.
We will have a champion, one way or another.
One way or another, indeed.
I think it's vital Japan score first, lads. I really do feel that. I think he needs to put Hassan on.
Trouble there! And Ramsdale. Ramsdale nearly causing problems there. We talk about goalkeepers causing problems for Iran.
I like that Leva smiles when that happens.
Yeah, you can see the smile that just came across his face there. Lima to Vidovic. Vidovic, Musiala. Thomas Partey. Ball's intercepted, finds Joshua Kimmich. Musiala. Musiala to Tell. It might be party time for Iran if they can get this third game over the line. Here's Sane. Smartly recovers the ball.
He starts building again.
He's building again.
It's just not the way he wanted it, but he's given the ball away midfield here. And can Japan get something going here? They just can't seem to find that loose man. They do find Lokonga on this occasion.
That's also the risk of recycling and rebuilding. That you go back into your field.
And you invite pressure with that. Here's Odegaard to Havertz. Havertz with a quick turn, but Delit will clear it away. Vidovic. Vidovic goes to that cross field, and Declan Rice will intercept it. Lima wins it back, though. And now there could be problems here if Iran can take advantage here. Sane.
Opa!
So now it's dispossessed by Declan Rice, and won away by...
Declan Rice says, stay away with that foolishness.
Shut the door.
Shut the door on that foolishness.
Get that out of here. That's what
we
that
like
was.
to see a bit of flair. I mean, it's not like there's anything on the line here, you know?
Yeah, it's just a small matter
They're out
of,
having fun here, you know?
Yeah, just a small matter of a world, esports championship title. Nothing big. Nothing big at all.
Just throw in a few tricks and a few roulettes.
Just 10 grand.
That's what we want to see.
Yeah. Absolutely. Here is Trossard. Trossard looking to get that forward. He finds Jesus. Jesus got a man over. Can he find him? And Davis gets across. And again, even in the moments where Hassan Bajani looks in trouble, his defense is so good.
Very solid.
His defense is so good. His defense is so good. Gets across the line, covers the possibility of a pass, and as such, kind of just makes it look very ordinary.
And have you seen that both of these players have a team that looks that they never get tired? They are never slow.
No.
Returning, they always have some air.
Yeah.
It's the physicality, as we said, the aspect of it with the uniform stats. It will lend itself to you again. If of course you're using defensive or a counter target, it will also help you with conserving energy across the field.
No, I agree, and especially as the subs are brought on, they both use subs very effectively. Just obviously Hassan better.
Yeah. As Leva finds a way in, here is Ødegaard. Ødegaard, can Japan get a strike off? They still can't.
It's a stunning cross. I think he was looking for there. I think I could be mistaken. I was thinking, was it a stunning cross? Because that's probably the only option. He wasn't going to score from that angle, you'd imagine.
And you know, those are the interceptions that make the numbers later.
Absolutely.
Brilliant defensively.
As you see down the line here, Pavard, Sane, Musiala, Iran will be here again if they can find an opportunity. As Musiala, Vidovic takes a very heavy touch, goes into Partey, free kick given. Now we've seen some free kick trickery from many of players that we have seen here. What has Hassan Bajani got in his bag of tricks here?
Let's see
if he can do it with Sane maybe.
For me, it will go to the right.
I wouldn't like to call where he's going to go. You never know what they're going to do. There's a manual keeper there, try and move it. Don't be fooled by the trajectory here, people. Here's Sane with the strike. It's over the wall, just about, but he took the sting out of the shot, and it was into Ramsdale's hands. Again, if it's anything to go by like the first game, it'll be, you know, one goal maybe here or there, and then it will be action stations for whoever gets that goal. Here's Jesus, Havertz. There's no mistakes in this Iranian game at the moment. Here's Sane. Conga intercepts it. Conga to Declan Rice. Rice forward. Can he get done? Into Ødegaard. Ødegaard to Trossard. Trossard. Into Lokonga. Davis will intercept it, and out it comes again once more. Here's Leroy Sane. Here's Thomas Partey. Japan trying everything they can here. Still in the opening stages, or at least in the closing stage of this first half of game 3 here. Again, just a reminder, if Iran win this game, it is done and dusted. If they don't...
He's mocking up some ball, isn't he? He's mopping up serious ball there.
It's ball retention and ball recovery. It's, as we see here, Musiala, it's finding the passes back out when he has the ball. When he loses the ball, it's the ability to re-find the ball.
Yeah, he's closing every gap, really. Defensively, he's just been superb. And as I said, it's hard to pick a weakness to exploit for, you know, if you are Leva here, what do you kind of do? I mean, he's not playing bad. He's getting chances, but he wants that one clear-cut chance. It's very hard to know what to change. It's very hard to know.
But it's very hard to get it when Bayern have such a, like you say, a physicality type of advantage.
Perhaps he must accept that he won't have that really clear opportunity. Perhaps he needs to take more risk.
Yeah, he'll have to now in the second half.
Shoot from outside the box.
Yeah, it has to. Or he's going to try and beat him with pace. Or what is he going to do? You know, what is he going to hit? Dead Awake asking there about what play styles we can see. We'll only see them if we can go into, or if we see what they change in game plan. But I think it's very rare for players to change game plans mid-game. So we won't really actually be able to see that. But again, as Barry quite already said, from the kind of the telltale signs that we're seeing here, it's long ball counter or it's quick counter. I think certainly there might be an idea for quick counters. Vidovic gets forward here. Musiala's broken the line. Musiala! It's good! Iran have taken the lead!
Oh man, that could be it. That could be it. And you see Hassan, we've talked about these two guys, very calm, very focused. But Wes, one chance again, we just get after a breakage in the play, right from the second half. And he just absolutely crashes it across the goals. What a finish. Musiala draws first blood again.
And I must say that if there is a word that may define Hassan is patience.
Yeah.
He didn't rush. He didn't get crazy about it. He just expected the right time.
He's patient,
Brilliant
he's
angle.
confident, he knows what he wants to do, and he knows how he wants to play. And again, that run on there, the reason why that run's on there is because Lever's anticipating a turn that doesn't come.
Yeah.
So as a result, the defender isn't set right, and as a result, can just go through. And he's found the ball, I mean, anywhere other than that, and it's wide of the post.
It's just a brilliant finish from a tight angle, like.
Brilliant finish, as Sane and Vidovic will try and combine here. And got to think that Lever has got to maybe try and do something a little bit different here, because at the moment it is all around.
And in fact, he passed through 2 defenders.
He did indeed. Here's Jesus. Can Lever find a chance here up on Meccano?
Opa.
Away we go. It's Tell with the header. Here's Lakonga.
If this ends with this result, Hassan Pajani from Iran will be the champion.
Yeah, I think if I read the stat sheet correctly, it would be his 3rd title if he takes this away. As we see Havertz.
He's just getting crowded out in midfield again.
He's indeed Lima.
Swamped.
Vidovic.
It's like if Leva vanished from the game.
Yeah, it's very much like he's just said, no, this is my ball, I'm having it back and I'm keeping it from you. This is exactly what the game will need. Has Lima, Tell.
Offside. Just
Offside.
off, I
Offside.
think.
And now, of course, Hassan Pajani would try for things to start being a little bit slower, a little bit more casual.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
hiding the ball.
Yeah, it's probably more about possession here now. We're going to see a bit of possession here, I think, now.
Exactly.
That's what we're going to see.
I think so. I think it's a case of, as we said, once you've got a goal, what do you do to your opponent? If
Yeah.
your opponent if your opponent does not have the ball, they can't damage you.
Yeah.
So if he chooses to retain the ball in whatever fashion he chooses to do it,
But also remember, we are still early in the match.
absolutely.
It's too late. It's too early to go full defensive.
It's too
Yeah,
early.
you're right.
It's too
You're
early.
right.
It's too early for it.
But look at the formation. He's not back in the bus.
Not yet.
No,
not yet.
not yet. But he's certainly setting the kind of the chess pieces in place
Yeah,
for
yeah.
it.
He's ready. He's making the subs.
Because if you notice, the substitutes he's brought on are the same substitutes that happen when he
Yep.
starts to tuck in. But also, as we rightly pointed out, if it's one chance that Hassan needs, it's going to be one chance that Lever needs for Japan as well.
That's all.
So that's all it is, and it's incredibly tough as we see Pavard clears it away once more.
And they're both expecting the other one to miss in just once, because as Japan needs to attack, Iran would be open for the counter-attack.
That's it. It is a game of cat and mouse at this stage now.
Yes, exactly. You're listening.
Our ball
Smith
going
Rowe.
through Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe into Havertz. Havertz! Oh, it's a save! Oh, it's Delit that will clear it away for a corner.
Exactly.
He's living dangerously with that one, Frida, but I definitely think that was a big chance there.
Yeah.
I don't know, is there anything else he could have done there? Maybe take one extra touch, but there are the chances that you do need a little bit of luck. And in fairness, take nothing away from Hassan. I mean, he's been incredible, but he definitely has got a bit of luck of the green with it. Just a small bit, and it's been important.
Interesting stat from one of the keen eyes in the chat of Merriman, just pointing out Hassan hasn't lost yet.
Yeah, he hasn't lost.
Hasn't lost.
It's
Throughout this entire competition.
entire competition.
And if he can win this, that'll be it. It'll be
Some
done.
record.
It'll be an incredible record to have. But there is still time on the clock. There is still play to be had here. Ball into the box. It's cleared away only as far as Fabio Vieira. Rafael Guerrero will clear. 63 minutes on the clock here. Anywhere will do right now, but as long as the ball is still in play, the clock will tick away. And you will not get those seconds back, I can absolutely assure you. As Havertz tries to win the header and he's offside.
Offside.
Very interesting that Hassan is still, he's not gone blue on the defensive line. He's not, he just is still playing straight up, as you see there beside the player name box. You don't see that blue, it's just normal.
Absolutely. Wana with the header down to Tell. Tell, can he find a way in here?
Oh,
beautiful turn.
nice.
Referee had a decision to make, though. It was a little bit of a stumble. We've seen them given, but he wasn't on that occasion.
Ref says no play on, boys.
Nothing.
Ball is with Timber. Timber to Jorginho. Jorginho to Timber.
He needs to go fast to the other side. Very fast.
Here it is. Havertz just can't find that out ball. It's Upamecano who swallows it up every time, and he's just getting the right side of him every single time. Here's Wana to tell. Can Hassan finish it off? He can't. It's going towards Gabriel. Here's Smith Rowe, Balogun. Balogun, can he find a way? He can find Smith Rowe. Could Japan find an equaliser? They've got to turn back here. Smith Rowe in towards Fabio Vieira. He's got the right side of him. Smith Rowe in towards Havertz with a half chance. Couldn't get the right purchase on it, and as such, goes out for a goal kick.
But yeah, no pace or power there in that shot.
If you looked at the play, he lost the ball. Iran lost the ball. But 1 second later, he got already his defense on their place again.
Yeah, we're very impressed with his defending.
It's amazing.
Yeah, he's been fantastic.
How fast? How fast?
It's just instant recovery.
It's the powers of recovery. That's what it is. It's when he looks vaguely in trouble, he's then out of it quicker than you can say he's in trouble. That's how quick it is. Jorginho, Havertz, in towards Balogun, can't get away from De Ligt. De Ligt will launch it forward again. 15 in-game minutes left here. Or less than. Here is Serge Gnabry, fresh off the bench. Gnabry in towards the box, looking for Tell. Tell might head it back across. Choupo-Moting, good save. Wonder on the rebound! Just when you thought it was safe to leave the rebound alone, up pops Hassan Bajani and just reacts to it quickest. Gets there, ball headed across. You thought, oh, that's got to be a goal, surely. Great save from Ramsdale. Wanner's there on the rebound, sweeps it home. Goalkeeper's on the floor. It is 2-0 for Iran, and they are looking like they are on the hill, and they are about to take this whole damn thing.
The most stylish man on the pitch with the white gloves, lads. He has to be the man that wins this for Hassan.
The snooker ref with the rebound. Unbelievable.
And now is bus time.
There we go. Park the bus. Beep, beep.
Yeah, it is beep, beep. Put the handbrake on. Shut all the blinds. Turn the engine off. And just leave it there.
The bus is in the back.
Yeah.
Get
your tickets for the bus.
Absolutely.
Listen, he's doing the right thing, lads. He's doing the right thing.
Just seen a brilliant one in the chat there from Sandals. Hashtag white gloved assassin. Absolutely, that's exactly it. Sums up Wana completely. Again, he's been so good, and again, in stat balancing mode, or at least in uniform stats mode, he's not a player that you would probably bring on in, say, a dream team or something of that ilk. But in this mode, he's worth his weight. He's gold.
I mean, you've Harry Kane on the bench, and people might be watching, where's Harry Kane? Why isn't he starting? Well, this is why. You've got that stat balancing and the mixture of player skills bringing on with that boost to the stats. But listen, lads, I mean, just while we have a chance to catch our breaths, what an unbelievable performance so far from Hassan defensively. Like, Leva has thrown everything at him, and he just, I still can't see a weakness in his game after watching him throughout this whole tournament. He's unbelievable.
Normally, the discussion is has it been Leva that's been bad, or has it been Hassan that's been great? And I think in this case, it's Hassan being great.
Oh, he's superb,
it's Hassan being great. There is no way to look at it.
And I mean, he didn't make not even one mistake.
No, he has made Japan and Leva look incredibly ordinary. Incredibly. Exactly. I mean, a fantastic performance, and it's not quite over yet, though.
And have in mind that Leva has wiped everyone before in this tournament.
Yeah, he's dumped out Mexico in the semis. He dumped out Greece, dumped out Poland. He's had a bit of a run here, but as we said, kind of a movable force and irresistible force and an immovable object.
He's nullified Leva, though. He's really nullified it, and it's taken nothing away from Leva. He's an unbelievable player as well, but it's just the matchup. I think physicality has come into this massively, Wes, with the size of the Bayern boys there at the back. They're just thrown around the players because they're not able to match them, I think, and that's a big thing in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, in stat balancing mode, physicality is the absolute king. And again, when Farita asked me, I believe on one of the broadcasts, oh, well, Wes, if you were playing in, uniform stats mode, who'd you pick? It's Bayern Munich every time, because they have physicality and skill all the way through their lineup. It doesn't start and end with, Choupo-Moting or Harry Kane or Tell. It goes all the way through the spine of the team, and as such, it just gives you that avenue to just work the ball. It gives you the opportunity to just throw your bodies in, throw challenges in. Throw Upamecano, you can just throw a bit of strength in. Yes, that's a foul on that occasion, but more often than not, because the physicality is there, Upamecano can just keep getting in, keep stealing that ball.
And you're listening to my friends, Wesa FC, the Midnight Kid, You have to follow them. These guys are amazing. They have YouTube channels. They are on socials. Weza FC, The Midnight Kid. Please, if you like this game, of course, you know these guys. These are the best of the best. And a big shout out to Meadowman, to all the players there.
And to everybody in the chats as well, by the way, because they've been unbelievable all the way throughout this tournament. A big thank you to everybody who has been here and has been watching this through the group stages, through the knockouts. You could name so many people off the top of your head, but
and the technical team,
the technical team that have made all this possible. But as it stands right now,
we are so passionate about this game that we were asking things and this and that, and we worked together as a team, and I'm really happy, guys, to share this with you. It might be the last 2 in-game minutes of this tournament.
It might just be, and Iran might just have a new world champion on their hands. And it certainly looks that way as Tel makes the double touch.
No la pierda ahí, señor.
See Mighty Chiba in the chat, Call Alwick in the chat.
I think, Frida, you're going to have a lot of new fans with your goal celebrations as well. I think you're going to be famous around Romania.
Just might be.
I hope so.
You'll have little kids coming up. Can you do the goal, please?
It may just be. But I'll tell you, the most popular man that will be here will be Hassan Pajani if he can close this out.
He's earned it, man. He's earned it the hard way as well.
And it's great to see, of course, other athletes also sharing in this. They want to, you know, they pick a team of who they might want to win, and they've gone with it. And certainly, as it looks at the moment,
it's eating the clock here now.
It's eating the clock.
It's eating the clock.
It's all them tricks.
The dark arts.
It is indeed. You see it in real football all the time as the clock ticks down, and it will be 6 in-game minutes left.
He has no problem about this.
He's very much keeping the ball in the corner here, but again, that's what football teams do. You see it in the real world. You see it in esports.
6 minutes.
6 minutes.
That's a lot.
There's a lot of things you can do in 6
goals.
minutes.
Whoa, that's a lot, my friend.
If you can get this one chance and score, you'd never know. But
he's gone. He's also looking at his attack though. He's gone full red as well. He's got Gabriel up front, and that he's going to leave gaps. As we see, Iran bring it down low, just keeps the ball in play. But it's and also the reason why you can hear my co-commentator laughing is that's exactly what he'd do if he was playing on his couch. As the ball goes clear, that is going to be the last kicks of the game, and Iran are going to have a new world champion.
Iran is the champion. Iran. Bajani. We have a new champion, and his name is Hassan.
Complete performance.
Unbelievable.
A complete performance from him. From front to back, goalkeeping, set pieces, manual saves. It had absolutely everything.
It did, and more. And I think that Leva, when he looks back at this, he'll probably have learned a lot. But I just think that Hassan was the in-form player of this tournament. He's lived up to the hype, which is hard to do.
Yes.
And he's got a lot of new fans, I think, with his play style. He's incredible player.
It's one thing being